it explores his relationship with Bruce. And, not just Bruce, but Alfred. And, you'll see we introduce a lot of people, and it comes down to like, it kind of like it takes a village to raise a child. In this case, it does take an entire league to kind of, raise Robin and make him who he is. And that's what I felt was, really charming about this story. And, a lot of it's heartbreaking, but a lot of it is, it makes Robin who he is. Bruce is the way he is because of the people he surrounds himself, his family or lack thereof, his allies, his enemies, his sidekicks. You see that about Batman. But this story, I feel like Jeff and I, we really made it where everyone else is the way they are because of Batman and not the other way around. And I think it centers everything around Robin, because the book is about Robin. And, you'll get to see that. I would say the biggest difference is now I'm controlling the art from beginning to end. So I can actually, the whole book's painted. Which is, I've done it before in Little Gotham, but this is the first time that I've done it on a, this story is a little more serious, or a lot more serious, moodier. So it's not as lighthearted in, the palette and stuff. It's not as funny, So I'm using a different atmosphere throughout the whole book. That would be the biggest difference. Besides that, I'm very comfortable with the characters. That made it easy to come back. It's pretty simple. He just writes a story, and I'm like, hey, this reads great. And then I just draw it, and he's like, hey, this looks great. It's about as simple as you can get. And I think that's what I love about it, is because it's what I always felt, creating comics should be before I broke into comics. It's like you read a really cool story and you want to draw it. And then you draw it, and then, people read it and they enjoy it. We talk very little about actual work. We usually just, text each other, call for fun, and, see how we're doing. But when it comes down to actual scripts, we just say, hey, what would be fun for, me to draw and for him to write? And it comes down to it. And we both, I trust him with a great story, and he trusts me with, an art in return. And that's the process we have. It's pretty simple. It would be Killer Croc. I absolutely love drawing Killer Croc. He's as otherworldly as like, by Gotham standards. Gotham, we don't have too many. We have a lot of monsters, but a lot of monsters are just, psychopaths and mentally monsters. Croc is one of those characters that crosses both sides. He's visually like very scary and just as crazy as all the other Gotham villains. But you also see, the side of him that makes him that way. And I'm just excited to draw him because when I drew him before in, black and white, there's certain things I wanted to do with him, but I couldn't. But now that I can control the art from pencil to finished art, there's a lot of textures to them and layers, and just creating the entire atmosphere of what makes Killer Croc, that's what I really, I was really digging into that.